Yo, 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 yo. Bro. Bro. Barbarius. Okay, buddy. Man, it's picking up my mic. Yo, let me know if y'all can hear me. Yo, alright, so I don't know what happened with that. Alright, man, that sucked dick. Alright, what's good, everybody? Now, hey, Jaffa, Crazy Beatrice, GOAT. Alright, Dice, I'm about to get you in. Bro, I was literally talking to y'all for like a minute.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's good, Dicey?
What's happening?
Coolin', bro. I don't know what the fuck happened with the audio.
Nah, you were spitting, man.
Yeah, sound good on mute. Alright, let's try this again.
What's happening, guys?
Yeah, we got D the man here. Let's go scroll back up to the top. I'm gonna address everyone's chat that I, did previously. Oh, but Beatrice, JFK, appreciate you. Member for 4 months.
Go.
It's the Unkshaku hideout. Yep, this the unction. We just trying to function.
They're saying you're echoing. I can't hear you.
Bro.
I don't hear no echo on my end. Let me peep the stream.
Alright, try that out. Bro, I've never had any microphone issues up until now. Oh, I hear it. Yeah, it's like Subaru sorcery. Alright.
Okay, yeah, you should be good now.
Yeah, alright, now I blame D the man for his buttholeriness.
Shout out D the man.
D the man. We got Fart Man in here. Usually that's what they call D the man, but you know.
They're calling you that.
No, fuck that. I really did sound good on mute.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, you were spitting.
Fucking drooling. But
now I see Soli, Fur by Factor, Bromus, Black Enigma, Sebin, Delazar.
Zoni, of course.
Zoni, of course. Kurarushi Glazer, top one.
Top one. Man.
Bachi
right.
in what, 4 days?
Bro, and when I tell y'all, I spit like the coldest freestyle, like 16 off the top of the dome.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
But y'all just couldn't hear it.
Fart Man has returned. Oh, there actually is a Fart Man.
There is a Fart Man, see?
Yeah, it was good, Fart Man.
Kurarushi is the GOAT? I thought he was a roach.
Yeah, close enough.
Mecha Sojo. Oh my god. Alright. But now, as I was saying, I was like spitting like some deep poetic, shit. Y'all just couldn't hear it, so y'all just got to take my word for it. And I predicted the ending of Kagurabachi. I just can't say it again.
Okay, Hogazono.
Or like Jokazono. Dude, I wonder what happened with my mic. I don't never have issues with my mic on streams. But oh well.
You were just waiting for me. Appreciate that.
I was trying to hurry up and pop in here and just finish this bitch in about 10-15 minutes so we could get off. But how is everybody doing? It feels good to be back.
Yeah.
Now, we've kind of talked a little bit about, or I brought up the worry of people checking out leaks because of their lack of patience, or just their anxiousness for Kagurabachi being back. I wondered if there was going to be an influx of like leak readers this week, and how that kind of will play out. I mean, I personally don't give a shit if people read leaks. Just don't spoil anybody.
Oh, facts. I mean, I could care less if people are reading leaks. Just don't put that shit on my TL.
I mean, you could say timeline, but
yeah, timeline. That's true. We're not texting, I guess. I'm sorry, Tybers.
Old people are afraid of acronyms, bro.
Shut up. You say IRL, so like you actually say.
When in IRL do I say IRL? All right, let me check.
Anyways, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a huge, like I don't think I've really ever seen leaks on my timeline. I wouldn't be surprised if this week I see a leak for the first time, just because I don't remember when was the last time like there was this big of a break, especially since Bachi has kind of started to crack the mainstream audience.
Yeah, and leaks come out tomorrow night. That's actually why we moved the man. That's why we moved the streams to Tuesday. So just in case there was no confusion, like people thinking that we were like leaking things, and like, bro, you just gotta sit down for one stream and you'll know we ain't leaking shit, because our accuracy is atrocious. Yeah, I used to have a homie that would share like a leak or two with me every once in a while. They're not around anymore.
They got him. It's just like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, chainless cannon. Sully, that's who you're talking about.
Oh wait, I gotta switch this to live chat. I have it on. Okay, just so I don't miss chats here. One second.
I said Baby Hiyuki They misplaced Baby Hiyuki's pacifier, and she, crashes out.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked quite a bit about Hiyuki in our most recent Redux upload.
Yep. Get to see her character getting introduced, or like, the reveal happened at the end of Volume 2, but like her full introduction to like Chihiro and the gang is like Volume 3.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun talk.
So, how was everyone's hiatus? How was this month off? Was it as grueling for y'all as it was for me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dice was going through it for sure.
Soli says Dicey and Tybee both combining for over
22
predictions.
No,
it's at least 1 for 20.
Yeah, it's like 2 for 24. All right.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that's a better ratio. Of course,
you can nibble a tip.
These new LARPers better not try and turn Bachi into JJK with leaks. Junior, good to see you, by the way. Appreciate you pulling up. I wouldn't be too, I don't know. My hopes aren't too high, I'll just say. I'm down real bad. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
What the?
I saw the red light up. I was like,
yo, what the hell?
Sheesh. Hey, all I know is chat W's for
W's
Beatrice.
for Crazy Beatrice.
And that my next
W.
child is gonna be named Beatrice.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna name him Jaffa.
Oh yeah, and Cake is the middle name.
Damn. Yeah, yo, I can't even express how grateful I am for that. You want to read that, or you want me to read it?
I'll let you cook, Papa.
All right. Crazy Beatrice says, and again, shout out Crazy Beatrice. Been on that grind hard recently, so apologies for missing streams. Coming out and I missed the line.
Look at him. He can't even read anymore. You done.
I can't even read.
You donated his
Okay,
literacy away.
From the top. Been on that grind hard recently, so apologies for missing streams. Super excited for the new chapter coming out and your review. What do you think Subaru's sword will be about? Grasping slash sashimi? Question mark. Hopefully won't get spoiled this week. Love y'all's content. Love you, Crazy Beatrice.
I'm in love with
Crazy
you.
donation.
I'm easy. I'm easy. You know, you flash $100 bill at me, I'll start. Throw that ass in a prayer circle.
Yeah. Again, I can't put into words just how grateful I am for that. So now to the actual question.
Yep. Subaru sword. What do we think it will be?
Yeah, we've kind of speculated just a bit about this. I think you and I, last time we talked about this, we were both kind of like, I don't know. But Jaffa poses a good question, and like, will it somehow be related, or like, will we see some sort of connection to like the whole gripping thing, which is basically
it's
like
gripping.
his whole technique.
For $100, it's gripping.
Sure. I mean, there's also the whole like his sword style. What is it? The sand and bone?
Yeah.
Is it right? So
it's gotta be a tanky blade, bar none, just because the spread in what was it, 85 or 86 depicted like Subaru was like up front. So he definitely has some kind of ability that will, or his sword's ability will be something that kind of will basically make him the tank of the EBs, or the original bears, excuse me. But I mean, what that could mean, that could mean like a lot of different things. His whole thing is like the grip. Like, he doesn't view him having like multiple hats, like sushi chef, swordsmith, and sword master. He just views it all as like the big grippers. I kind of like played on the possibility if it has something to do with kind of like it absorbs like energy, like the kinetic energy, and like then it could kind of like unleash it back, kind of like what is it, Black Panther's armor does that or some shit. But then again, it's still like, is his spirit, like I can't see his spirit manifestation being a fish, since we already have N10. Like, I guess let's start with there. What do y'all think his spirit manifestation is going to be?
Black Enigma says, I think it has something to do with multiplicity. My theory is that it will take into account his 3 trades and his multiplication sorcery, similar to how Cloud Gouger has lightning like Natsuki. Yeah, that's a...
that's interesting, because like, if you think about like how he's viewed, I mean, Joji kind of already like, in his, what was it, 115 is when they talked about it with, that's where he says, I don't wear like 3 different hats or whatever. Octopus, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Octopus
is a good one.
That is a good one. The fact of him having like 3 distinct, like, or 3 distinct things that he's known for, like, I do wonder if like maybe the 3 abilities thing, because we know that Kunishige just kind of crafted them with like intent. Yeah. But I do wonder if like during the crafting process, if Subaru was like a big it's on the tip of my tongue, if he inspired like a big part of like just how the enchanted blades were created. Just with like, and then like the three major like hats, I could see him doing like the multiplication thing. Like I thought the multiplication, like the shadow clone ability was going to be like a Hirohiko thing, honestly. But
Yeah, we talked about that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem too certain. But it will be pretty interesting if like each of his abilities kind of is a parable to one of like the things he's known for.
Yeah, and what I'm wondering is if his philosophy about like he doesn't wear three hats, he wears one, if that sort of translates to how to like his blades and how he treats his blades abilities. If there's any like sort of correlation, or like I said, just if like that sort of philosophy is also expressed in how he wields in his enchanted blade. um we can look at kind of like the other blades, right, and see like what do we have so far, right? Like we know that Kamiyuri was the skill of living, right? Tobimune was for to
Support.
protect, right?
Yeah.
Or support, yes, support. Cloud Gouger, we've seen enough to kind of basically assume that it was pretty much an offensive weapon. And obviously we haven't seen uh the rest of the blades. I feel like I'm missing one right now. No, okay, yeah, and obviously we haven't seen the Subarus or Pinkies. I don't know. Part of me is thinking that Subaru's blade could be like strictly, I don't want to say strictly, but like defensive focused. And again, maybe like everything he does falls like under that umbrella. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of like really
Yeah, because
spitballing here.
defense can be like vast in concept. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It could be
So
like
is support.
absorption. It could be like the creation of like actual like shield, like shield like abilities. Like thinking about our custom enchanted blade
Yeah.
submissions that we had with the viewers. Like I remember specifically there was one blade where their sword like had to do with like bricks. Remember? I don't know if you remember that one vaguely, but it was basically like they could like basically take apart like like make a wall of bricks as like a spirit manifestation type of thing, but they could also
Mhm.
send out individual like bricks out of the wall and do different as like you know it could be crazy in concept, or it could just be something as, I mean, I know we have Flame Bone already, but it could just be another fire based ability. Like, not saying
Yeah.
that's, or it could be water. I mean, obviously we have N10, we have Flame Bone, maybe we
Cloud
won't
Gouger.
have it. Yeah, maybe we won't have any more elemental blades. But,
Hmm.
when in doubt, you can always kind of theory craft a element, because those are pretty safe to assume. Enigma said something about related to gravity. That would be cool.
Yeah, Enigma says Subaru defense, Pinky assault, Ibiki crowd control, Kamiyuri disruption, Magatsumi indiscriminate killing, basically all the facets of war. I
Yeah.
think that's a pretty good assessment, honestly. Who's rocking with a brick blade? Waka
Walk up, Brick Squad.
Flocka.
Um,
um,
shit. There was that other blade, the Kumiyawi blade. You know.
Stop it! No, we're not doing this to the
Okay, that's a
Teppers.
different kind of brick.
That's
But
a completely different kind of brick.
but yeah, no, like that
Yeah.
breakdown of like the original bears and their the different facets of war. I could see that, especially like it'd be interesting to see how they each deal with the Mikaboshi Guardian spirit manifestation. Like it'd be interesting if Subaru is the only one that can actually like tank one of the Death Laser Scorpion of Doom. Now I say tank, I mean just like their abilities will allow them to take it in stride. Whereas the other ones like Cloud Gouger, they have he'll have to use his speed. Um, Suzaku will heal Toby Moon. Will heal, excuse me, Samura. So like they all kind of have a different way to kind of deal with the Mikaboshi Guardians, and
Yeah, and that's why I think like defense, right? Because you said the word tanky, and it feels like that we still haven't really gotten that kind of blade yet. Like the closest really that comes to it is again Toby Mune, and that's support,
well
right?
Samura
It's
was
not
moving
really.
like a demon.
Oh yeah, he
Tobimune looked
was.
complete.
Yeah, he was doing whatever the hell he wanted with that blade.
Yeah, until Akamura
Yeah,
greasy ass got up out that prison.
yeah. Uh, so yeah, I guess I mean, Beatrice, you can basically scratch all of this really, because now that we predicted it, like we're probably just gonna be completely wrong.
Yep, all of that for us to get
All of
nowhere
this,
near
yeah,
it.
yeah, just whatever it is, like whatever the opposite of what we just said is, then that's probably it. But nah, again, appreciate that super chat and much luck going forward because I know you're grinding a whole lot. So
Yeah,
cook, bro.
you, you might just be my hero now. Yeah, Samura was moving like a
Samurai.
DPS tank healer. Like he was like, I don't know if anyone's familiar with like the paladins back in like the I think it was the second expansion of World of Warcraft. They were like OP. And motherfucker was moving like that until Akamura stepped out. Yeah, we'll get something right eventually. Facts.
That's the
But
spirit.
that's the beautiful part about theory crafting, though. It's no one remembers. I mean, trust me, like chat will remember when we're wrong, but
Some people will remember
enough
for sure.
time will pass, and then y'all will forget about. Like I got some really ass takes back from JJK, and I'm like I read back some of the shit that I had written down. I'm like I might have been on fentanyl at some point in my life and just didn't know it.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I guess let's rewind back a little bit. The excitement was like on 10 right there because of Beatrice. But I guess
sure.
Do you have any predictions for 126?
Um, not off the dome right now, really. Do you have anything in mind?
So I'm thinking that we or I guess what I initially thought, my first like instinct was that we will get to see like the Masumi pull up. Oh yep, like Enigma said. Basically just we see Joji is basically going there to kind of give him a heads up, and even Joji's being kind of a fuck boy, but like really now like it's Kunishige's show. Like if we start off where we left off at 125, this is now where we get into like Kunishige's like zone, and it's all his show. So now you have a sword master, which we know Joji ain't fucking with Subaru. Then the Masumi pull up, and I mean honestly, I don't. Sheba's about to world star the whichever Masumi pull up. I feel like, but maybe this might be a good little fight for Sheba. See him swap hands.
Yeah, maybe we'll actually see him throw a punch or something.
Swing back.
Yeah.
Now if Azami pulls up with him, oh boy. Imagine seeing a like young Azami and young Sheba just getting in a quick blend.
Bro, I would forgive Hokazono for just how much he's kind of blue balled us when it comes to seeing Sheba actually throw hands and how little we've actually seen of Azami throwing hands. I would just all is forgiven if we see them both just go all out. Which again, unlikely, but one can dream, right?
Oh yeah, like I doubt it's happening because I mean, at this point, because like the timeline's also a bit fuzzy because we know all of them are like cool with each other. There's gonna be a lot of like or there was like 2 or 3 flashbacks with like Kunishige doing the katana manginaing and shit, but like where does like all these like happy-go-lucky moments kind of happen? Like it has to, like, because I feel like Kunishige, I mean we're still gonna see lighthearted Kunishige, but
I don't think so.
I mean Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe not, but like I feel like they probably haven't met yet. Like Kunishige and Azami and Samura haven't met yet because Kunishige is technically a nobody. Oh wait, he knows Azami, but they were childhood friends. Never mind,
Yeah,
scratch
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Samura and them, like
Mm-hmm.
obviously, like when they all gather for the Enchanted Blades or whatever. But like,
Mm-hmm.
it would be funny to just see Azami pull up, and Azami and Shiba both are the type of dudes to like make me think that especially them being young and cocky, to just like want to just spar with each other, and but like Azami has no intention of stopping them. Like he just wants to go throw hands with Shiba.
Yeah, that would be crazy, right?
I mean, yeah,
Like I
I remember like it's like highly like unpopular, but like I did think like Azami has a pretty solid chance at taking Shiba. Yeah, Kunishige and Nakamura.
yeah, I
Oh
don't know.
wait,
It's
is that Laz, by the way? Where's no? Oh no, I thought that was Laz. I'm about to say, what's good, Lawrence? Yeah, like that's a good point
yeah,
too.
go ahead.
When is this? When are they gonna link up to? Because he has to know Akamura. At least by like reputation, right? But remember, like Akamura has like rose to such illustrious heights the past 2 years since Chiaki awakened the prophecy. So I can't wait to see the moment when Kunishige like uses those good ass eyes of his to see what Akamura has become in his time, and like that realization, like, oh, my future baby mama's little brother has got he's got the juice. Yeah,
That
John,
is
that's what I'm
interesting. I
saying.
hadn't. Yo, what's good, Piku?
Oh,
Address the Yura Chiaki theory allegations. Oh, we've talked about that a good bit. We've talked about that on stream quite a bit. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we might get to that today. Um, yeah, Ty, like responding to you, I hadn't really considered how the Rokuhira eyes could factor in how Kunishige views Akamura now, especially knowing him since he was a kid.
yeah, like this
Or I
sword
mean,
suits
in
you.
theory, right? Like we don't know for
Yeah.
sure, but
Well, yeah, I say
yeah,
like
that
we
is
don't necessarily know anything. Like obviously he should have some idea of like you know Akamura and Chiaki. They're super close in relation. That's I mean we see how Akamura is moving for his sister. But like so he definitely knows of him, and I'm sure he's met him at some point. But
mm-hmm.
I really, really want to see that, like, just that realization, that moment hits the weight, that heaviness of the moment of like, oh shit, that like crazy ass nuke I made called the
Mm-hmm.
Makatsumi. No one else is like suited for that blade, but you know, my baby mama's
Yeah,
little
this is the
brother
guy.
is. And it's like, I wonder if he's gonna
Yeah.
struggle like telling Chiaki that. Like, is he gonna hope that the other six blades win the war? I mean, the other five blades win the war, and he tries to hold off as long as he possibly can before just like admitting. But then eventually like the bodies will start piling up, and he just can't. He has to say like, Chiaki, sorry, like your brother's the only person that can wield this. Or maybe Akamura just kind of helps himself to it, makes the decision easy for him.
Yeah, how would Chiaki feel about that, right? Especially how we've seen her be protective of Akamura.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering how she's
That's
gonna react to Kunishige taking it upon himself to basically like null and
oh
void
yeah.
the agreement. Now that they can't hand
That
back the
she wanted to make.
Dataseki. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, she can't be too mad at him.
I was gonna say something, but let me watch my mouth.
Uh huh.
uh, I'll just say that like I still wouldn't put it past her being upset at Kunishige.
Oh yeah. He's
you
like,
know.
don't hate me, Bay. Come on, Bay. You ain't that mad.
Yeah. Enigma says, if I have a good idea of the timeline, we should have a few months till the start of the war proper. There's still time for Akamura to build that relationship with Kunishige. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because I would assume that they do know each other already, but it's about like him becoming his most trusted ally. Like that's what we need to see, really. And that obviously direct correlation with him being handed Magatsumi. But there's these other things kind of surrounding that decision and that moment that are like very important. Again, like Chiaki's reaction to the whole thing. I mean, hell, like Tiberius just said, Chiaki's reaction to what Kunishige has done.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
the
there's like a lot that
mom,
plays into it all.
the mom is
Kunishige's
not
sleeping on
fucking
the
with
couch.
Kunishige. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
not at all. I mean, nobody's fucking with Kunishige right now.
yeah. It's only
Nobody.
Shiba and Subaru, but hey, that's good company.
Yeah, yeah, I guess, especially when there's multiple Subarus, right?
Yeah, that's all you need. Strength in
um,
numbers. But one thing I want to say is like, now that they can't get back the Datanseki, it's basically gonna like null and void their agreement or whatever. You know, this is where like it almost forces the issue that I think that, maybe because the Soga clan is so esteemed, they have like notoriety, they're obviously like prestigious and they got money. So it would make sense to me that the gathering place for all these sword masters would be at the Soga compound. Like I've always thought that,
mhm.
like space, that everyone just goes there to meet. And that's where like the selections happen. Also, they have there's most likely a forge on the premise with enough like enough materials and things like that he may need. So I just think like maybe that's how they all kind of get close. Him and Chiaki get,
Mm,
kind of obviously they do their thing, but also with Akamura seeing that like, oh, Kunishige is the only one that took it upon himself. He did what I said Hiroto Soga would do. Like he found another way. He didn't
yeah, he
just
took on that burden.
yeah, he just took the gamble and even risked his life to do so.
Yeah, that's a good point. And about like the Soga clan hosting basically the that whole EB selection process, that's very interesting. It would require like a huge turnaround in how they feel about Kunishige.
Yes. From zero to hero. That's Kunishige's story. What's good,
Yeah.
Alon's?
Hey, Alonzi. I want Subaru to make sushi for fuck's sake. Sushi. Yeah. I mean, we haven't really seen him. I mean, have we actually seen him? I know we've got like some panels, right?
Yeah, he gave Kunishige some food.
Well, he gave him, but did we see him actually do
Oh,
his thing?
are you?
See
No,
what
we
I'm
didn't.
saying?
I mean, he could be in the kitchen right now cooking it up. We just, he might have like three in the kitchen. He got like six more like in the the forge.
Yeah, I'm with Alonso. We got to see Subaru make some sushi. Come on, what's the holdup?
Yeah, we need to see the big gripper do his thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, like bro, they got a man that they're trying to keep like in hiding. But they're like, "Oh yeah, we have this restaurant we brought with it." Like who the fuck's getting a reservation there? Like just like a fucking Kaguri just like, "Man, I want some sushi. I'm going to just go to this restaurant." All of a sudden it's like Subaru's there.
yo, you that? Like, nah, can't be.
No, no.
Nah.
These Subaru? Nah. I'm only 5'6".
Oh yeah, I couldn't be him.
He starts glazing
No,
himself.
but Alonso's cooking, man. I want to see how that restaurant is ran.
No, he wants to see Subaru get to cooking. That's what it is.
Yeah, look, I don't blame him. Okay, like Piku says, let him cook. Let the man cook.
Yes, thinking about Kaguri, I can't wait to see like Kaguri, just him, like when we get back to present time, how he's gonna be moving, because we know he wants to
Mhm.
wield that blade. He's most likely took it on dates and everything already.
Yeah, well, I mean, we seen that, and we know who he was taking like advice from. So my hopes ain't too high.
Yeah. They're
And
like literally
Kaguri's
short of,
another weirdo.
yes, short of sword fighting with their own sword. Take that for what you will. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Kaguri is like, that's why I say Kaguri is like a good a middle ground between, or like the, like how Sojo had like the best like mindset for wanting to like deepen his like understanding and synchronize with the sword. He just didn't have it. He just didn't have it like that when it comes to swordsmanship. But Kaguri, that motherfucker cares about swordsmanship. That's like, you know, one of his like major things. So like now we're about like Kaguri getting an enchanted blade as a swordsman that truly respects, you know, the way of the sword. He cares about his relationship with like the enchanted blade in terms of like synchronizing with it deeper. Um, it's like he kind of just fills all the prerequisites you would need to have a crazy ass broken enchanted blade wielder. Like his jump in
yeah.
power could be insane.
It is a shame, by the way, that we'll never see him chatted up with Sojo. Honestly, that would be like a very cool. Just seeing him like how Sojo was basically giving him, the advice, if we could even call it that, about like how to, what to do with the enchanted blade before becoming contracted with it. I would love to see just what one conversation between those two lunatics looked like.
You want to go on a double date?
Yeah, with our EBs.
You just see him posted up in the fucking, at the bathhouse together.
Yeah, but I mean, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, but Akamura aside, I feel like Kaguri is like the perfect swordsman that you would want to wield an enchanted blade. Like we've seen him be deliberate about like how he uses his sorcery, right? Like he charged up his Twilight Wave for what was it, like over a month before he unleashed it on Samura, just waiting for that opportunity where he had to rely on it. We obviously know what his thirst for proper swordsmanship looks like and how serious he takes it. So like to me, like I've seen enough from Kaguri to just say like, fuck it, give him an EB. Give him an EB and let me see. Like let me see the greatness, because even though I'm not like a huge Kaguri like glazer or fan, like I'm really indifferent about like as it relates to his character. I still think there's a lot there that can be done with it. It's just like I have yet to see that, but I think everything is already laid out for like when he does get his hands on the enchanted blade properly. I'm expecting greatness, really.
You know, it's kind of like how people like Iori, right? Now imagine Iori, but a bloodthirsty Iori. That's Kaguri. You know, like how people think she would be like automatically just so good with the enchanted blade, and she would be, but she's also a schoolgirl that doesn't want to kill, but with the enchanted blades, and especially that her style and all that, she necessarily doesn't need to like kill. But Kaguri has no problems chopping people up. Ask that teacher.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, ask that teacher. Yeah. Ask that bus.
Yeah, that bus. That poor bus.
Yeah. No, but Kaguri is great. I'm expecting some great things from him, honestly. And I don't really talk about Kaguri a whole lot. Like I have other Hishaku members I like a lot more than him, but I think that can change really quick once he gets to work.
He's gonna be like the Kisame Hoshigaki of Kagurabachi.
Oh, that's funny.
I could kind of low key, yeah, and then like he just always manages. He'll be one of the last ones to like go out the story, just being a thorn in the side, and he's kind of like very charismatic. I think Kasami Hoshigaki is low key, I mean, obviously the moniker of the Tailless Tail Beast is a crazy ass nickname, but like Kaguri don't really have that bite yet. But when he gets that EB, like
I see what you did there.
His power's gonna skyrocket.
Yeah. I have high hopes for the guy, honestly. I hope we don't I hope like Hokuzono doesn't subvert our expectations. Like if he doesn't actually get to wield that EB, I'm gonna be pissed. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Akamura Soga says, we're not even sure how strong Kaguri is. The fight, in quotes, with Chihiro was a single clash, and Chihiro had to be teleported away. It's hard to scale him, but he's probably very goated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I would agree with that.
the fact that Yura trusts him to teach, the
Yes.
other members like swordsmanship. I mean, let's not, let's just keep it a stack. Hokuto ain't teaching nobody shit. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you know what I mean? Like, but for him, he has to be at least a notable swordsman. So I mean, I think he has all the makings of what a good enchanted blade wielder would be.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even scaling him, right? Just going off by, again, his decision making as it came to, or when it came to like when to use his sorcery, and just his sword skills in terms of technique, really, not necessarily power or strength, but just how much he obsesses over the sword. And we know like he has a proper sword skills. So just that alone to me is like, and yeah, he's formidable enough to, in that one clash with Chihiro, I think we see enough to know that like, if we're talking about pure sword fighting, he would wash Chihiro then and there, unless Chihiro has some sort of breakthrough, right? But like main character, plot armor, or plot convenience aside, if we're just going off like sword skills, Kaguri would have completely washed him. And again, it's not like that's saying a whole lot because we've seen Chihiro rely on N10 and like the abilities of N10. It's very little that we've seen from him in terms of what he's done with like just a sword. But yeah, either way, I just feel like we've seen enough from Kaguri to get that feeling of like you say, Akamura. That's weird. He's probably very goated. I agree. I think
Yeah.
he is very goated.
All signs point to him being a safe decision to like be trusted with the
Yeah.
EB. I mean, they trust him to
It's
like
even
carry it on his back, even though he can't even contract with get in contract with it. But what's good, Rage? Appreciate you.
yeah, this is a goated layout, by the way. Just figured out. Tell the whole chat. Tiberius cooked with the new layout for the podcast.
Yeah,
So
I still
awesome.
gotta play with it.
But yes, Steven, I think we should invest in Kaguri stocks for sure. And I would say, who asked here? Oh, I think it was the chat. Yeah, Steven, Kaguri is the only one who can do it, but not because he's the only like good sword fighter. Hokuto, I would say, is probably even a better sword fighter. Just going off like,
Yeah.
the competition that we've seen Hokuto face. I feel like Hokuto is probably a significantly better sword fighter, but he doesn't have that attitude or personality. It's like what Tiberius said. Fuck does Hokuto look like teaching somebody else how to wield the sword? Like, do we really see that? Like,
Yeah,
no.
he might
So
like
it
just
really
flirt
is
with him more so than teach him swordsmanship. And what's good, Shiny?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's see. Piku says read too much doo-doo the past 1 month. Although Ichi and One Piece been carrying like crazy. Yeah, ready to get back to this Bachi. I've been reading Full Night personally. Yeah, Hokuto ain't teaching nobody, but yeah, Full Night's really good. And okay, Shiny, Kamunabi leaders, saying
That's what's up.
you'll get tickled saying some stuff like that.
No, we're running the Kamunabi now, remember?
Shh, Hishaku
No?
till I die.
Appreciate you pulling up, Shiny. Yeah, Hokuto ain't teaching nobody. Kaguri got that patience. Yeah, basically, that's what we're saying for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because he cares about like the way of the sword, where like Hokuto is kind of more like a demon that wants to die on a battlefield, giving it his all. He's like a smoke demon versus someone that like is more traditional teachings of the sword. It feels like.
Yeah. Like Kaguri, I think the difference there is like where Hokuto is just the battle junkie sliders all the way to the right, just all the way up. Obviously like there is a lot of technique and experience behind that, and I'm sure like he obsesses over that too. But Kaguri seems to be the one that like obsesses strictly over like proper technique and respecting the art of the sword. Whereas Hokuto, like his life just has to be on the line, you know?
Facts. And like a lot of people bring up like Hokuto. I don't ever see Hokuto wanting to use an enchanted blade personally.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? Of again his life being on the line.
Hishaku is my favorite era of Kaminabi leadership. All right, Shiny.
Yeah. Shiny spitting, man. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
Shiny, tell me. Let me see if you agree with this comparison. I guess like in a as best as it can be like parable, but Kaguru, if he does get an EB, that's like the Kasami of Kagurabachi. I see it, man. Kaguri being the tailless
Yeah,
tailed
Hokuto.
beast.
They just called Hokuto a gooner in chat.
Hokuto is a gooner. He might have
I
cracked
see
that
it.
old lady if if he had enough time. If he didn't get enticed by the inklings of Uruha being alive, he might have cracked that old lady.
Uh,
But speaking of like the changing power dynamic of Akamura overtaking Kaguri's not that guy. Shiny. Let me stop. I was just glazing Kaguri. But like basically, it's funny how it's kind of like flip with Chihiro kind of taking on his own his Shaku to some degree.
what's that? We're talking about like the.
Oh, just like the change
I'm
in
sorry.
power
Go back.
dynamic with Akamura being
Oh yeah.
over the Kabunabi, and most likely, you know, he's presumably will enlist some of the his Shaku. Like I'm really interested in see how that plays out.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if Hokazono is gonna do something crazy, like we come back to the present and fucking most of the Hishaku are dead.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I don't
like,
think he'd do that.
do y'all think that Akamura would be like Yamamoto from Bleach, and where he doesn't need the barrier, and he's like, I'm the security type thing, or do you think he's just gonna force um, Yukisada to basically be the core station vessel? Now we know Yukisada ain't gonna listen to nobody but Yura, and Yura could come back.
He better.
And if Yura comes back, then he'll, Yukisada will listen to him. But now, say if for whatever reason Yura can't come back right away, or whatever the case may be, Akamura literally is just gonna hack and slash and just put people have people like guard duty. Yukisada, like every time a limb grows back, cut it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see for sure. They're saying, or Shiny's saying, he's comparing Kaguri to Suguna.
Yeah.
Bug it. Bug it.
Yeah, I think he'll still use it too, because the way they talk about like how it it supplements itself with like the life energy from the Earth's core or whatever. That thing definitely has a lot, and obviously like I think it'll help Hakamura kind of overtake the complete leadership, because I mean, sure, not everyone knows the whole like ordeal with the war, so some people are just going to be down for Akamura to be in charge, but there's going to be some people that start to question him at some point, and him having complete like surveillance over the whole base definitely would be important to him. Poor Yuki Sada. Man, fuck Yuki Sada.
Yeah, whatever, Yuki Sada, honestly. We like Kaguri. We're glazing Kaguri now.
Yeah, it's the
Ain't y'all here using
Kaguri
that
hour.
Suguna? Yeah.
But I mean, I guess like to go back to 126 real quick. I know you don't have any real strong theories. We just getting back in the swing of things. But I want to
I
ask
did
you.
want to say.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I can bring it up later.
No, no, you good. You cook.
Because I know at the moment I said like I hadn't really, like in the moment I hadn't really come up with something, but I think my thing now is obviously we seen last chapter we got like the tatara smelting process, right? Like, and we entertained earlier today that like some people are gonna pull up next chapter to interrupt the actual forging of the blades. Is like I guess like that's where like my thing is really like, will we actually get to see the forging of the enchanted blades or the first one, whatever it is, right? But like the completion of this process, now actually getting into the forging, we got the tatara smelting, now actually forging the blade. Like, will we see that through in this next chapter without interruptions? That's kind of like what I'm really wondering now, because I think so.
I
I
can't.
think so. I feel like if anybody's gonna pull up, it's gonna be towards the end. But
Yeah.
I think we'll see the forging process actually take place.
Yeah, because I can't lie. Like, I would be really interested in seeing how Hokazono executes a chapter where it's almost like just Kunishige's monologue as he's going through like smithing, like crafting the first enchanted blade. Like his, what are his thoughts? Like, what is he pouring into the blade? Like, I said that, you know, the if like the Magatsumi being so strong, it could be the fact of Kunishige is crafting this blade specifically with the intention to save Chiaki. So like,
Yeah.
if there's any motivation for Kunishige to like pour everything in, it'd be like that's the motivation. Obviously it doesn't have to be the case, but the fact that this is going to be something that like this is the they're putting the gamble on whatever he's about to make. So like for it to like be the Magatsumi, it kind of like it does make sense to me. Obviously, we know it doesn't appear in the war until last, but like I would really like to see his his thoughts, just like maybe he's thinking memories with Chiaki, or and the fact of Akamura wielding the Magatsumi and how he also wants to save Chiaki. I think it'd be a nice little dynamic.
Yeah, no, for sure. 1,000%. A
Now,
thousand percent. Like the Chiaki stuff is so interesting because Black Enigma brings up, we know the trade with Chiaki is supposed to happen in a few days, where Japan is to hand over Chiaki and the Danseki to the Mikaboshi. What will they do when the Mikaboshi pull up now? Well, ain't that the question, right? um, but yeah, I'm wondering when Chiaki is going to be a factor in this whole thing. Like, is is it her who pulls up? Like, consider that for a minute. Like, instead of Asami or the Masumi or whoever trying to interrupt or trying to pull up like Joji did, like, could it be Chiaki that actually pulls up? Like, that would be crazy.
yeah, I feel like she would have to run away, but like with Akamura already proven that like he's moving like a demon, and the other people in the like Giyu's their only chance of stopping Akamura within the Soga clan. So them being able to escape with each other, it seems a bit more viable. Like I don't know how, if Chiaki is gonna want to do that per se, but I don't know. Only
Yeah, I didn't even mean like escaping, just like I meant like her just finding out that like the Datsenseki was stolen. She immediately like connects things to Kunishige. Again, we've yet to like, my theory was, a couple of weeks ago when we actually covered the last chapter. My theory was that Chiaki and Kunishige already talked. I know you, unless you've changed your mind, I know you think differently. Obviously, like she left him that letter about wanting to meet up again, and next thing we know, he took the Datsenseki, or Shiba took the Datsenseki, and we're jumping straight into like the EB making process, right? Like, obviously I could be wrong, and they like maybe they have yet to meet, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they met already. That's a lot of what like led to Kunishige just kind of like pulling the trigger on like actually following through with this. um and now we could like, it would be very interesting to see kind of like Chiaki pull up because she knows what Kunishige is doing, and just like out of frustration and disappointment, just pulling up to scold his ass and let him have it. Um, but yeah, that's like another thing to consider. Like I also wouldn't be surprised if, like I said all those weeks ago, we get a flashback of what that conversation, what took place. You know, like what was said in
Yeah.
that conversation.
I I personally still believe that they have not
Mm-hmm.
had an actual like a meeting yet. I mean, we do know
Yeah,
that like they got each other's letters because you can
yeah.
see the stickers like on the envelope are different um between like Chiaki and Kunishige. So they exchanged letters, but I don't think they had a meeting just yet. And we also know there's like a time crunch as well. But like with someone like Sheba being, you know, in the story and being prevalent that like he just we for sure know that he don't give a fuck for real. Like, you know, he makes things a lot easier, like last or like real quick meetups to happen.
Mm. Yeah,
But
it could go any number of ways, really. Um, but yeah, I think everything is set really for like Kokozono. Like there's so much he can do really next chapter, and the way he's set up, like we've considered like a whole wide range of things, and it just kind of feels like everything is kind of like viable and like possible, plausible, whatever you want to call it. Um, Again, it feels like he set things up in a way where like there's a lot of just
yeah, he's left himself a lot of
a lot of route.
avenues.
Yeah. I'm kind of just stumbling all over my words here, but yes, I just really wouldn't be surprised if it's like any of what we brought up during this stream, and a couple of like the ideas that you see around floating in the community. Really, I don't think we'll get anything too out of left field next chapter. Like whatever takes place, I could be wrong. Hogazono has obviously like surprised us and impressed us before, and quite a lot actually. Um, but yeah, I don't like get the feeling that we'll see anything too surprising next chapter. I feel like we're all kind of like in the ballpark of where we expect things to go.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, we're gonna open up on Sunday morning, chapter 126, and we'll see Hatshaku for real or some crazy shit.
First page is like that Chiaki reveal is just had Shaku reveal just out of nowhere.
Yeah, just randomly placed in there.
Moma
Uh,
says we return to another adventure with Soya. Fuck
oh
no.
no.
That cannot be the first um
Oh yeah,
chapter back
chapter
from
back.
hiatus.
That kind
But
of went around on Twitter a good bit. People saying that was gonna be the first one. I'm like, oh god, I hope not.
That Sojo bathhouse chapter, the return of that'd be cool.
No,
But
not even
no
that.
Soya. Nah, I'm playing. I want to address chat real quick. Appreciate Shasibin. Black Enigma says we might just end up getting a full chapter of forging. Yeah, that's what I like entertained a couple of minutes ago. Like, yeah, I would not be surprised at all if we just we got the Tatara smelting process last chapter, and now we actually get the second part of this whole EB making process, which is just the actual forging. And by the end of the chapter, we get voila, first look at an actual enchanted blade just forged. Yeah, Crazy Beatrice says let him forge for sure. We see Alonzo's theory being correct. What's Alonzo's theory?
If this is about that dude, that delegate on that island on Hiroshima being Hachaku,
Imagine that.
that's
Yeah,
not
that's what
it.
Steven's talking. That would be funny. Had Shaku chapter cover at least, please. Urita's blade next chapter. Yeah, that's a good shout, Shiny. Tiberius, you've said that, right? Like Subaru's blade being the first.
No, I said Magatsumi.
Oh my, well, aside, well, yeah, you're I know, yeah, you got your Magatsumi treaty theory.
Damn, now you're making
True,
me
I'm still
sound like
thinking about
we know how Magatsumi feels about treaties and things like
yeah,
that.
yeah, no.
Don't
I
wish
was
that
thinking
upon
about the
me.
big emoji treaty. No. But no, I've seen talk of Subaru's sword being the first one. I mean, it makes sense. He's
Yeah.
there. I just, that would also make a lot of sense. The guy with the missing eye. Yeah, Alonzo's the dude that thinks Hatshaku was the dude that died at Hiroshima. That's
Oh.
yeah, let me see anything else here in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some
Y'all are funny, chat.
The weather is
Yeah, go ahead,
starting
man.
to
Go ahead.
kind of kick up a bit over here, so we're probably gonna have to end it a little earlier.
Yo, pray for Tiberius, guys. He's got a what
Oh
is it? A
no, it's not.
tropical storm.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's the worst of it's gonna be
Okay. All right, don't pray
offshore.
for him. Yeah, never mind. Don't pray for his ass. He's good. He don't need it.
Black Enigma, let me ask you, why can't the Magatsumi be first? And if you say it's the masterpiece thing, it's not like the intention that he's using to like craft that sword is stronger than any intention that he crafted the other swords with. And that's saving Chiaki. Hurricane. No,
I
it's,
think it would
it's
be Oh, I'm sorry.
oh no, I was about to say it's just a tropical storm. It isn't even a full hurricane yet. But I don't even think it's gonna turn
Yeah,
into a
stay safe, man.
hurricane. Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Hopefully,
I still got work tomorrow, bro.
it ain't that bad then.
Yeah, I'll be at work during inclement weather.
Yeah. The Magatsumi thing to me is, I think I'll just say, obviously we've discussed this at length. It's kind of like the Chiaki, Yura thing. Like we've entertained it a lot, and we will continue to entertain it until it's debunked. Which in this case with the Magatsumi, it might be either confirmed or debunked really soon. But for the Magatsumi, I just think it would be a good subversion of expectations. You know me. I've said this before. I'm not even exactly like I haven't been really like supportive of the theory, like actually believing in it, but like you've actually managed to convince me and sway me a couple of times to like actually seeing it like like actually happening. I'm still just really on the fence in 50-50, but if there's one thing I would really like about that uh coming to fruition is the subversion of expectations. You would never think that his masterpiece is the first one, and I think that's kind of like exactly why it could work because of what you're saying, because it's the context behind the word masterpiece, and I think that would be
And
very Hokazono
here's
and a very interesting
a response
decision.
to the whole masterpiece thing. Are we gonna say that the N10 is the best sword right now in terms of like overall strength, just because it was crafted after the Magatsumi? Right now, you wouldn't.
Wouldn't say that Anton is the best sword.
Like, would you say like people like in the universe would view the N10 as his masterpiece currently?
I don't want to take away from your point here. Tiberius definitely knows how to
Well,
make
yeah, it's the main character's
Tiberius.
blade. It's gonna eventually
uh,
become that. But what I'm
no,
saying
I
is like
actually
the
no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, I would say the whole like masterpiece thing doesn't, because that we also know that he uh crafted the other swords with like intentions and purpose, that they limited the the capabilities, you could say to some degree, of each of the other blades, to but with the Magatsumi, it makes sense that the sword that he's currently making to save Chiaki from her like fate would be the strongest sword, and the fact of it being first to tie the other contracts, I also believe that it's like super super
Yeah,
important.
yeah, and that's why I don't count it out. Like far from it. I think it works. I think it really does work.
You see, in Black Enigma, I would say that that is like talking about crafting regular swords, sure, but the fact that he's putting limiters on the other blades, like because like I see what you're saying. I'm not saying that you're wrong either. I'm saying like the Magatsumi being last is for sure like it being Subaru's blade first is like the safe go-to answer. Like that's
Yes,
that's the
yes,
safe answer, and like I wouldn't even call it a bad answer, but
no,
the fact of like what's on the line, and that I think that he's going to struggle with like the creation of the Magatsumi is what's going to make him put the other limiters on the rest of the blades, because I think when he's making it he's going to have some realization of like it's crazy.
yeah, yeah. So crazy that he pretty much shelves it
Yeah, because he can't
until
see
it's
anybody
absolutely necessary.
possibly being able to even
Wielding it.
wield it. So
Yeah.
he's like, okay, I cooked too hard, so let's like draw back a little bit. And that's how we get the other enchanted blades. But then that's when he comes across Akamura, and Akamura is just like,
This is him. He's the guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's the one he's been waiting for. Yeah.
Satan's son is right here.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's like the reason why I also like entertain it, because I feel like in Akamura he just sees the perfect guy, you know, like the guy that can wield the thing that he thought nobody could wield, right? Like he becomes the guy he trusts the most. So yeah, and like Lulu says, if Magatsumi's made first, they seal it immediately, probably. Yeah, until they like hand it over to Akamura, of course. Yeah.
And see,
Yeah, that's all good stuff. Maybe hey,
my
Kai,
thing,
maybe you're vindicated.
if
In 2 days.
if yeah, the hiatus is over, we'll have a new chapter Sunday. And my other thing is
Yeah.
like, if it's Subaru's sword getting crafted first, why not let Subaru wield it and like go out earlier?
Yeah.
Like, why wait? You know, and like, that's more lives to be that are going to be lost without having like someone to like go out there fight. You know, there could be reasons for why, you know, they didn't want to send him out. It could still be his blade first. Like, I'm not saying like I'm not gonna shut down Subaru's sword being first either, but you know, I think it's one of them things where it's not as clear cut, you know, as some people make it out to be.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll find out soon enough.
Oh yeah, hopefully this Sunday.
These talks will be put to bed.
Yeah, I mean the you know, it could also be where we get a small little like time skip and we just see all the blades are crafted, and there is no answer for which one was first.
Ooh,
it's just the batch. It's just the batch, and I'll be over.
Batch.
Me and Black Enigma are gonna be wrestling over this conundrum
for the rest.
Till
for
infinite.
the rest of y'all days. Yeah, he better pull that, you know, that tray fresh out the oven, bro.
Oh,
6
yeah.
EBs coming at you. Yeah.
But probably about to call it here. Dice, if you got anything you want to get out before we dip skis.
Nah, it's good. It's good to be back. Feels like I'm back at home with this stream.
It
honestly.
does. I missed it. And
it
Zoni
does,
wants
right?
us to sleep thigh.
Okay. Okay, Zoni, you sleep thigh as well, okay? No, I'm just messing, Zoni. Yeah. Don't let Kurorushi bite. Or do. I don't know what you prefer.
Okay, here. Yeah, the Shine's got a question for you.
Appreciate you, Zoni. Deuces. Shiny says, Dice, who is the best Hishaku member and why is it Toto? Look, bro, don't even get me started on the Toto glaze, okay? It's just vibes. It's just the vibes, okay? Nobody's doing it like her, all right? It's, you know, not much has to be said, all right? So I'm going to leave it at that. It's just Toto, all right?
Yeah.
Nobody's doing it like her.
I love that, like, cut to her, like, just, like, fake, you know, playing fake dead in that car crash, face down in the fucking ground.
Bro, most charismatic Hishaku member, you know, chillest, like I said, best vibes, non-problematic, you know, tells it like it is. She's just...
She's a fuck around.
Guys,
she's just a fuck around. And I mean that in the best ways. Uran is a baddie. No, D the man's cooking. D the man's cooking. But
Uran's all right.
Nah, you're good, Elijah. No worries. We'll have another stream next Tuesday, most likely, as long as all things permitted. But until then, appreciate Hi Hishaku Hideout. Can't wait for Kagurabachi. Hey, CJ, you know, we're about to end this, but at least we got a chapter this Sunday. And, you know, so we'll have our podcast episodes getting back up and running. You know, we'll release a episode this Sunday, and then we'll get back into the swing of things of our, you know, streams being more consistent, things like that.
Yeah.
But
Decapitoto is good, by the way. Water. That's a good one.
We are so back, and y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of y'all week, and peace.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys pulling up. Peace.